Listen, so I had to go to court, and I ended up going to court. It was on a Wednesday. I met with my lawyer, and she drove in her own car, of course, and then I ended up, we ended up going to court. So let me tell you about the situation with getting to court. Getting to court, you have to walk downstairs, and you have to walk past the people in Vietnam. Vietnam ain't no joke. I'm telling you, these guys, they're throwing piss on you. Throwing piss on you as you walk past, and you trying to, get out the way so the piss that they dash on you don't hit you, because you're going to court. You try to find out what's going on with your life, and these fools is trying to throw piss on you. But anyway, so every time I had to go to court, I ended up having to walk past the guys in Vietnam and dodge the piss. So did that, got to the courthouse. The courthouse was a small courthouse, and we got in there. I met with my lawyer. She talked to me. She told me what I was facing. We talked to the judge, whatever. And so they kept continuing the court proceedings. So do y'all know I ended up staying in jail for 6 weeks. I stayed in jail in Jamaica for 6 weeks, dodging the piss, dealing with the sugar water and the thick ass bread and the rock bun and cheese. Now let me tell you, and the bologna sandwiches. Let me tell y'all something though. Miss Robinson, she wasn't no joke. It was pretty cool how my family was able to send money, and this is what I was saying at first. The police officers, the lawyers, and the judges, those are the people that make a lot of money in Jamaica. Because my family was able to send money to secure my lawyer and to the police chief, Miss Robinson, girl, let me tell you, they was bringing me. They have this stuff out there. It's like it's like Kentucky Fried Chicken, but it's really not Kentucky Fried Chicken. But it's equivalent to Kentucky Fried Chicken, if that makes any sense. It tastes just like it. Girl, they was bringing me Kentucky Fried Chicken. They was bringing me Miss Robinson. She called me to her office, and I had to go to her office. She gave me hair ties for my hair and grease and all this stuff I was having in jail. Now, also, the cooked meals, I guess they kind of, it was like, okay, well, let her just get cooked meals, or not cooked meals, let her get the Kentucky Fried Chicken. They were giving me the Kentucky Fried Chicken and stuff like that. Nobody else was getting that. So they realized, okay, she's from California, Southern California, Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, and, it's a lot of money roaming through California. And so they realized, okay, well, her family is going to make sure that they pay for her and make sure that she's okay while she's here. So they made sure that I had the Kentucky Fried Chicken, and then there was this, they would give me hamburgers. Now everybody else was eating rock bun and cheese and bologna sandwiches and the thick ass bread with the sugar water. And I was eating that some days too, but for the most part I was getting cooked food. Now another thing about the jail in Jamaica is the police officers would bring you weed. It was in a little plastic bag. Like if you take if you take one grocery bag that we use right now, and you put a little bit in there, probably about a gram, put it in there, and you twist it up, and then you tie it in a knot, and then you cut it. It looked like a little ball, probably about that big. They would give you weed, and they was probably giving you the same weed that you was, done got caught at the airport with. I wouldn't doubt it. So they were doing that. So we were smoking weed up in the jail. I was getting the food. It was all good. Anyway, I had to, like I say, dodge Vietnam throwing the piss at me every time I went to court. Let me tell y'all, when it finally came to 6 weeks. Oh yeah, and by the way, I don't know if you guys, I know you guys remember this, but I had my 26th birthday, my 27th birthday in jail in Montego Bay. Also, that was the same year Eazy-E died. So that can get, Eazy-E died of AIDS, right? Yeah. Yeah, Eazy-E. Yeah. So it was then. I remember that specifically because I remember, we didn't have cell phones or anything in there, but I remember, finding out that Eazy-E had passed away. Anyway. So, you guys, I did 6 weeks in the in the jail. And then, my last court date. I went to court, and you guys, let me roll my window up so you guys can hear me, because it might be a little loud. Also, I need to smoke a cigarette for this one, y'all. Yeah, these stories that I'm telling you guys are true stories, and so they are triggering. And not only this story from Jamaica, but there's going to be lots and lots of other stories, like I told you before in my intro. So if you missed the intro, go back and check it out. Also, you guys hit the like button, leave a comment, share the videos, subscribe to my channel, you know what I mean? Because, and also, make sure you give me the thumbs up, hit the like button. It all helps. I ended up going to court the last time. You guys, they gave me 6 months. And that was only because my grandmother sent money to the lawyer and to the police officer that made sure that I had a hairbrush and the essentials for me to be able to deal in jail. I got 6 months in prison. So, mind you, it was 6 weeks plus the 6 months. Ain't no time served out there. But, yeah, it actually would have been a 4-year sentence. I got 6 months. Y'all stay tuned, because the next story time is going to be about how I was transported from jail and ended up being in Fort Augustus prison in Jamaica, West Indies. Fort Augustus, West Indies, Jamaica prison. It was called St. Catherine. St. Catherine is what it was called. And before I go, I met a guy. The day that I got sentenced, there was this guy that I met in prison. In jail. His name was something Cargill. He said to me, once I got that sentence, I was devastated. They put me in a holding cell, waiting for the... Wait, I'm not supposed to tell y'all this right now, because I still got to tell you guys about how I was transported from... I might as well just go ahead and tell y'all. So anyway, after we got to walking past Vietnam, the bus that takes us to prison, we're all together like this, and they put us in this little bitty bus, and in that bus, you're handcuffed and you're standing up, and the bus is going here and there. It only about maybe 8 people could fit in the bus. So you're standing up, and it's probably about an hour and a half, 2-hour ride. And you're in the bus, and baby, when I tell you that, the bus is going here and there and everywhere, and you're tied to this pole, you tied to a pole and we're driving. And they're driving on these little roads, and the roads are going here and there, and you know, the other people can't pass by. You know, it was crazy. There was a men's prison that was down the road that was in Kingston, but the women's prison was in Fort Augustus. Now, when I tell y'all about Fort Augustus, this is what you guys are going to have to hold on and wait for, because Fort Augustus in St. Catherine, West Indies, Jamaica, baby, it wasn't no joke. So stay tuned.